Hey girls, hold on. Listen up. It's time for A Girl's Perspective, the podcast where girls speak up. Our organization, Know Better to Do Better, is the movement that empowers girls with personal, social, and leadership skills, equipping us for a brighter future. Girls, get ready to speak up because here's our host, the founder of Know Better to Do Better, Paula Bond.
Hey, hi there. Yep, it's me from Know Better to Do Better. This is the organization that teaches personal, social, and leadership skills to girls 11 to 14 years old. Do we go older? Absolutely. And a little bit younger as well, but primarily that tween group. We are really interested in girls 11 to 14. Why? They're so impressionable. They're going from that stage of being a little girl to growing into a teenager, a young woman, and the world is opening up to that beautiful young woman. So we are the organization that helps every girl to know that when you know better, you do have every opportunity to do better. We are here on our social media on Facebook, it's Know Better to Do Better. Instagram, you're going to find us at We Know We Do. Our hashtag is We Know We Do. That's Know with a K. We Know We Do is our hashtag. So I'm pretty excited because on today's show, we're going to talk about something that is actually near and dear to me. I did a book called Social Media, Say Hello to Social Skills. And this is one of my favorite people because she's really been working with our business and helping us a great deal. She's a social media expert because today's topic is bullying and social media pitfalls. There are traps. There are traps. Let me tell you a little bit about our guest, and then we'll chat with her in just a second. It is time to get social with our next guest, social media expert, publicist, and educator Brandi Redick of PR by BR and A Post is Not a Ghost. Brandi has created digital media strategies in various industries from sports, nonprofits, to beauty and fashion. Ooh, I want to hear about the beauty. And for over 10 years, Brandi has done these things. But her first love is education. She's an educator, and that's why I love her. Love all you educators out there. Her first love is education, and so she wanted to figure out how can she blend together both her marketing career with education. And that gave birth to her talk, A Post is Not a Ghost, which is all about social media best practices for preteens. We're going to get into it with Brandi in just a minute. Hi, it's Paula Bond, founder of Know Better to Do Better and author of the book, Social Media, Say Hello to Social Skills. Parents, do you ever struggle with what's appropriate and safe for your daughter when it comes to social media and the internet? Well, Mom and Dad, we got your back. Social Media, Say Hello to Social Skills is the book every parent should read and share with your tween-aged daughter prior to giving her a device connected to the internet and without parental controls. Parents, it's time you and your 11 to 14-year-old daughter mastered social media through a healthy dose of social skills. Her bright future may depend on it. Order your book today at our website, knowbettertodobetter.org. That's know with a K, knowbettertodobetter.org. Social media, say hello to social skills. Welcome back, everyone. So here we are with Brandi Redick. Brandi Redick is, listen, the reason why I even found her because I was looking for a social media expert. Hi, Brandi. Hi. Welcome.
Hey, everybody.
Brandi, what's a social media expert? What is that?
Well, a lot of people like the title digital strategist. I think social media manager is boring, so I just say social media expert because I've been doing this, before Facebook even had the public pages, the public figure pages, the business pages. So I've been around for a very, very long time before they even had classes on it. So I feel like you can be an expert if you started from when there was nothing and you grew with it and grew with it and grew with it. So I just manage people's social media, create sponsored posts, all those things that you see that says click here, buy this, see more. That's me.
That's you. And Brandi is available for people to utilize her services because that's what my company did. We really needed to understand more. Listen, I am so busy. I have a production company. I have this nonprofit, Know Better to Do Better. I'm busy with a lot of things. I need people that are specialists like you. And so that's why we did engage Brandi. What's your website or Instagram? How can people find you?
So my website is www.prbybr.com. It's Public Relations by Brandi Redick. My Instagram is Brand, B-R-A-N, Redick, R-E-D-I-C-K. That's for everything. And then PR by BR. You'll find me.
So, listen, one reason why Brandi was interesting for me because of my group of girls, that age group, that 11 to 14, those who are really coming into their own on social media. But sometimes they don't know what they're doing. They're not in the right direction. They're setting themselves up for things that may not be the best for them or not. So is social media bad for kids, that 11 to 14?
I get that question a lot from parents all the time. And I say it's not bad because it's something that's not going anywhere. So you kind of just have to adapt to the culture. So it's not bad, but you do have to have guidelines. You do need to be involved. The worst thing you can tell your kid is no. Because let me tell you right now, you tell them no, they're going to get on somebody else's phone, WhatsApp, iPad. They're going to get on social media. And honestly, what's actually worse than social media is Google, because you can Google anything. So you want to have an open dialogue with your kids so that when they want to know something, instead of them going to Google or to hashtag this on Instagram, they go to you. And then maybe you guys could search things together. You want to keep an open dialogue at all times. So it's not a bad thing, but don't handcuff them where they can't have an account. Yeah.
So one of the things that parents, and I think most parents want that and recognize that is the way of the world, certainly, and we don't want to go backwards. And so they do want their children on social media, but it has to be done in a way that's good and that's safe for their children, right?
Exactly.
Well, one of the things that we all dread is having our child come home and say, I was bullied. So how do we help our children when they are being bullied? What should children do when they encounter being bullied?
I always say things have changed. When we went to school, it wasn't bullying followed us home. We went to school, we were bullied, and then it was a wrap. We go back home.
Yes.
We put on our armor, we go back out. Now the bullying follows you. It follows you everywhere. So what I always tell parents is, you want to be involved in the social media. You want the kids to feel open to come to you and to talk about the different things. So when someone is bullying you, the first thing you want to do is you want to let an adult know, be it a parent, be it a teacher, a principal. You need to let somebody know, because next thing that will happen is that law enforcement may get involved depending on how bad it is and where we're at. What you don't want to do, and I want to stress this, because there was something that I saw in the Shade Room, I want to say last month, where a parent went up to the school and addressed the school, the classroom, and pretty much said, if y'all want this, y'all can come get this, don't bother my daughter. So what happened was, of course, the students recorded it. And then you ended up on the Shade Room. For those that don't know, Shade Room is like the TMZ of social media. So it was everywhere. And all that did, it gave more ammo to the bullies to keep bullying her. So what happened was, of course, it's everywhere. And then the kids are reposting it, and they're bullying her more. What the best thing to do, parents, is, because I'm a parent. My daughter's 4. And I was bullied. So I understand being angry and you want to go fight and you're just, ugh. The best thing to do is to go up to the school and have that conversation with an administrator behind doors with the parents of the other kids. Because instead of it going out and having a viral movement, because this is something you don't want to go viral, you want the law enforcement to get involved. Because I guarantee you, as a parent, you would have felt a lot better if the other kid would have got expelled.
You say you don't want law enforcement to get involved, or you say you do?
No, you do want law enforcement to get involved behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors. Okay, so here's what I'm hearing, and I just want to make sure I'm on the right track here, Brandi. So your child is being bullied. You want to make sure that you have open enough conversation that your child is coming right to you and saying, Mom, Dad, this is what's happening. So that's number one, parents really being involved enough. Take it to school administrators. Do something behind closed doors. Don't be a grown woman, grown man encountering and going and fussing at 13, 14-year-olds or 11 and 12-year-olds saying, come on, take me on, please.
Because they're not mentally even available for that. So the first thing they're going to do is repost everything.
Yeah. And so that's adding fuel to that fire. So you want to manage these things behind closed doors. Probably take your child off of social media for a bit. Let things cool down. And they will. Unfortunately, the bully will find something else to do. Let me ask a question really quick. Let me look at my time. Ooh, it's moving quickly. What if your child is the bully? What advice do you give to your child? Because everybody's child is not an angel. God bless them. We love them. We want them to be. But until they learn better, what if your child is the bully? How do you as a parent manage that?
I get that question every now and again because sometimes your kid is the bully. What you want to do is you want to have a conversation with your kid. Again, that open dialogue, because something is going on within that kid that makes that kid feel like they have to put another kid down. So you want to immediately start to have conversation. You may even want to seek some type of, mental health. You may want to have them see a psychologist, because usually when people put other people down, it's because they're self-conscious about something else in their life. They're not happy about something. Because people that are happy and thriving, they don't have time to bully other people.
A couple of last quick questions that are pretty important here. And parents, now we're going to the deep end of the pool, as my minister would say. How do we ensure our pictures and videos are private?
Nothing is private on social media. That's number one. I don't care if you have a private account. I don't care if you have 5 accounts and they're all private. Nothing is private. Once you take a picture, it automatically goes to, if you have an Apple phone, it goes to the iCloud. If you have an Android phone, it automatically goes to the Google Cloud. So it's never, ever, ever, ever private. So don't take pictures that you would not want your grandma or your mom to see. And I'm not saying it's not okay to have fun if you're at the beach and you're appropriate and you're at the bathing suit, yes. But please don't take these videos and these photos that are going to live forever, because when you get older, you're going to be like, why did I do that?
That's one thing that I wanted her to get to, and she said it. This is the expert here, and she said it. Every single picture that you take and you post is there. Your grandchildren, and I tell girls this at 13 years old, I say, your grandchildren are going to be looking at these pictures saying, Grandma, why did you take that picture? It's going to stay there, right?
Yeah, and not only that, your job, your future job,
Come on
your
now.
scholarships. People are going to be looking at this stuff when they Google you. I need for everyone to understand you are a brand. Like it or not, it's 2019. You are www. blah, 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 whatever you are. So you are Googleable. They always like, Google me. You can. So when you Google people, what's going to show up? You don't want something to show up that could ruin your chances at a scholarship, ruin your chances at a job.
And here's a part goes right into that. There have been reports of teens being listed as sex offenders, for leaking nude, partial nude images and videos. Is this a crime for someone under 18? And what do we do if we receive this type of content?
Yes, we're at the deep end of the pool, people. So this is child pornography. So there was most recently in Ohio, an 18-year-old had sex with someone who was 14, videotaped it, showed it to all his friends. He is now listed as a sex offender for the next 25 years.
Oh, ruined.
So you need to educate your sons, your daughters about everything.
So you're saying when they put these pictures out, and especially if those pictures go from one phone to the next, that is actually a crime.
It is. You're part of a crime ring. Once you start forwarding, if you get an image or if you get a video, do not forward it. Do not take a screenshot of it. Immediately show an adult, show a school administrator and say, hey, I just received this. Because what happens is that you can track where text messages come from, and then you're going to be pulled in and be a part of an investigation. And you don't want that. Your parents don't want that.
Brandi, give me your how people can find you one more time.
You can find me at www.prbybr.com and at Brand Redick on Instagram.
You heard the truth of this. We didn't really sugarcoat this, and this is the actual truth. Why? Because it's so important. We live in a social media world. We live in a digital age right now. So the things that you all do, and now I'm talking back to my girls, 11 to 14 years old, the things you do right now are going to follow you. Do great things. That's the other side of it. If you're going to college, if you got your heart and your mindset on going to college and doing great things as you move forward, please know that all the good things you do, post them, and then they'll be able to see those things and say, yep, this is the young woman, this is the young man that we want here at our college. Everybody, please don't forget, pray to the Lord. He's listening. And above all, too, please remember, when you know better, you have every opportunity to do better. We love you all. Thank you so much.